So, yes, I just got back from Dallas yesterday, so it's plenty hot there, about the same temperature here though.
Wow.
Yes. So we're gonna, well, we'll wait just another couple of minutes because it's just now 8 o'clock. So I can't wait to hear about your use of Reiki and what you've been doing with it, and see if you've come up with some more questions. I hope you have some questions, Angie.
You know I always have questions, Karen.
Well, good. Otherwise, we'll just have to give ourselves Reiki the whole time.
Don't you worry, I got it covered.
Okay, well, I have some questions that I came up with for you all, too.
Excellent.
Yes.
Stray donkeys, huh?
Pardon?
I said stray donkeys.
Stray donkeys. Only in Texas.
I've been laughing about that.
Yeah, that is so fun. I mean, I just love going to Texas and hearing the wild stories. And another favorite was, I think, a bunch of tarantulas crossing the road.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll go ahead and get started with a little opening prayer and a little grounding. So let's activate our Reiki energy and intend to bring that earth energy up through the bottoms of our feet on an inhale. And then breathe it down through our body on an exhale. Again, breathing up on an inhale. And down on an exhale. And then up again to our bellies. And hold it there and exhale. Father, Mother, God, Sweet Holy Spirit, we are grateful to be able to connect with each other and to share Reiki, create community, offer ourselves in service to the world while being a blessing to ourselves and to others, our pets, our plants, our homes, our communities, creating greater peace, abundance, and happiness for all. Thank you, God. Amen.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's just have everybody introduce themselves and, say your name and where you're from and what level of Reiki that you have. Who wants to start?
I can start.
All right.
My name is Angie Sinclair. I'm from Chicago. I am currently just level 2, and I am going to attend the master class in October.
Great. Okay, just a second. I hit the wrong button. And there, okay. The screen disappeared. All right. Julie. Hi, welcome.
Okay, I can be next.
Great.
Okay. I am Reiki Master, learning from Jessica Hitch. I know that Jessica learning from you, Karen.
Uh-huh.
So become a Reiki Master when I was pregnant, and I just had a baby about 2 weeks ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I'm from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Do I miss anything?
That's wonderful. And is that baby loving Reiki?
Yeah, I was using for my own recovery most of the time.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, just try to soothe the baby. I'm not quite sure if it's working, but I use Seiheki.
Mm-hmm.
instead of a chakra, because I feel like it's more soft energy for the baby.
Uh-huh.
But she's general pretty good baby, so.
Uh-huh. Well, the Reiki probably helps. So, well, great. We'll get into some questions in a minute. Yes, I just saw Jessica a couple days ago.
It's awesome.
Yes. All right. Jim, do you want to share?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kathy Powers. I'm using my husband's iPad, so.
Oh, okay. I will. Hey, welcome.
I know it's.
Kathy.
I just finished my master level Reiki yesterday, and I wanted to and I just wanted to join the call, so be a part of it still. So
Wonderful.
thanks.
Yeah. Well, we had.
Congratulations.
We did. It was great. It was great, Karen. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I think, did you get to meet Kevin? It's Kevin walked in at the end of class.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Kevin's in Dallas too.
Hi. Yeah, I noticed a couple people were leaving. That's how I knew the class was over.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But yeah, I'm Kevin from Dallas. Reiki 1 and 2. I think I'm a 4-month-old now. So it's going great. Let's put it that way.
Good. And Kevin, people just like you want Reiki from you.
Yeah, I left her a message, and I haven't heard back from her yet, but I'm interested to join her group.
Jessica. Yeah, that'll be super.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jessica Hitch's group. Yes.
Great. All right. Well, let's all activate whatever symbols we want to choose, and we'll send Reiki to each other for about 10 minutes before we get into our discussion. You can draw them on your hands and pat them in, or you can visualize them, or just think of them, or call them. Okay. Then just intend to send everyone on this call Reiki, and anyone who watches it later, sending Reiki to them. Welcome, Letitia. We're sending Reiki for a few more minutes to each other. Okay, let's bring that to a close. That was wonderful. And let's see, I know, Julie, you're going to have to go in a couple of minutes. I want to see if you have any questions before you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's a noise in the background. My question just, what's your experience of giving Reiki to the babies? I was just trying by, my instinct, how I think that will work, but I just want to know if you have other experience.
Well, yes, just activate your Reiki symbols and hold your baby. That's probably the easiest way. If your baby is upset or distressed, you can scan your baby to find out where she or he might be having the problem. For example, is it over the tummy? Maybe the baby has a tummy upset. Is it over the mouth? Maybe it's a teething issue. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Anybody else have ideas? Well, I would also suggest giving Reiki to wherever your baby is sleeping. When you're feeding the baby, you can just give the baby Reiki the whole time. And I know when I adopted my daughter from China, I was giving her Reiki all the time, and she was such a good sleeper and such an easy baby. And whenever I wanted her to sleep, I'd give her Reiki, and 10 minutes later, she would always be asleep. And that worked all the way up until she was a teenager.
That sounds wonderful. 10 minutes, that's all I'm asking.
And what?
No, I said 10 minutes, that's great. That's
Yeah.
all I asked.
Yes, 10 minutes is all it would ever take. So I would take her out to eat and movies and everywhere because I could always count on putting her to sleep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, I will try. I basically just put in a symbol, and I did also scan her body, and then I do feel like she have a little bit stomach upset because she has been trying to she just fart a lot, so I just saw that something going on with that area. But yeah, she's general good baby. I'm trying to get her sleep more at night, so I'll definitely try Reiki for the night in around her bed.
Yes, that'd be great. Yeah, and whenever you burp her, you can give her Reiki then. You know, and just imagine patting in the power symbol.
Thank you, Karen.
Yes, you're welcome. And of course, giving Reiki to yourself, you know, labor and delivery is quite a trauma on the body. So, yeah, feeling good will help you to take care of your baby easier. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Julie. All right. Well, Angie, I know you said you had questions.
Well, yes, indeed, I do. I was wondering, I was reading in our Reiki book about a suggestion about trying to send Reiki to Jesus or another, Buddha or whatever, and that many times when you send it, it's like you get like empowerment, or very powerful, they send it back, or the power that comes back. Have you personally had that experience? I know somebody that has.
Yes, I have. Sending Reiki to a divine being helps to establish an energetic connection with that divine being. So it makes it easier for you to feel the blessings of that divine being, whether it be Jesus or Buddha or angels or, something else. It forms, I think, like a gold line, a silver chain, however you want to think of it, to that divine being. And then it's easier to receive the blessings.
Okay, thank you. I've got more questions if anybody runs out of them.
Okay, well, does anybody else have that experience sending Reiki to a divine being? Okay. All right. Oh, well, let me formally welcome Letitia. Great to see you joining us. I know you've got yourself muted. Are you able to share where you are and your level of Reiki? Okay, well, I will share. I think Letitia is a Reiki master in Dallas, I think. So, okay. Well, I want to open it up and see if anybody else has any questions. If not, we'll go back to Angie, and then I have some questions for you all. Okay, well, I guess Angie, back to you.
All right. Well, I was reading about you could send distance Reiki to more than one person at the same time. Have you ever done that, or did I misread that, or didn't understand it? Because I was kind of confused by that.
Yes, that's an excellent question. So yes, you can send distance Reiki to more than one person at a time. There's several ways to do that. One of my favorite is to use a Reiki bear or a doll and activate all your symbols, and then just say, as I send Reiki, as I give Reiki to this doll or bear, I give Reiki to, and then name the people that you intend to send Reiki to.
And you've done that yourself?
And you, pardon?
Have you done that yourself?
Oh yeah, I've done it a lot, and then I'll include myself in that. So
Cool.
oftentimes in the morning, before I get out of bed, I keep my Reiki doll in my bed, and I like to just get up very slowly. So I'll get the doll and lay there and give Reiki to the doll, to myself, and to others for usually about 30 minutes, unless I have to be somewhere early. Yeah, and it just feels really relaxing and a gentle way to wake up. And it's an easy way to reach my body parts. Say I want to give Reiki to my, well, like today I was focusing on my knees, because after drawing the Reiki symbols with my knees at the Reiki retreat a few too many times, being a little silly, my knees were feeling a little stressed. So anyway, yes, I was giving Reiki to my knees, so that felt really good.
Cool.
Yeah. Any of the rest of you given Reiki to multiple people at once? Kathy?
This is Kathy.
Yes.
And I have done that, and I have felt it to like 3 people at one time.
Cool.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So it's doable,
Yeah.
and I was taught it's the intent that one has for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think one can get too specific in each person's area. That would be different, but if it's kind of a general intention, like we did for this meditation, that would seem doable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yes, you can also put all the names into a Reiki box and give Reiki to multiple people that way. Just intend to give Reiki to everyone in your Reiki box. Okay. Any more questions?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, you or anyone?
I'll wait and make sure. Or maybe you should have some of yours too, because I'll just use mine in case there's time.
Oh, well, that's okay. So, well, the first thing I want to find out is how you all are doing with your self Reiki. Do you find it easy to give yourself Reiki every day, or is that a challenge? And what are the best times to give yourself Reiki?
I find it to be a challenge because I think I have the wrong idea. I know you told me about how important it is, and I'm going to really, really try hard. But every time I start to, I think about 10 other people that have asked for Reiki. Forgive me, I'm about to lose my voice. But I don't know. I guess I see it as selfish that other people need it worse or something. And I don't know. But it's kind of hard for me. It's easy for me to give it to anybody else, but I have a real challenge in trying to say, well, instead of sending it to Florida or Jacksonville, Mississippi, where people have requested it, to do it to me, I find it hard personally. I guess I'm just wrong. I mean, I know I am because you said it's very important, and it's high on my priority list. In fact, I'll probably try it tonight.
Okay. Well, I think you deserve at least 10 minutes a day.
Well, this is and when we gave Reiki to each other just now, it's like my 5th time today of doing Reiki. So I'm just kind of really, we got a lot of Reiki going on.
Wow, you sure do. You're rocking the Reiki.
But hey, I got to get ready for that master class.
Wow, good job, Angie. Yes, well, self-Reiki is important because it helps to clear your channel so that the Reiki that you give to others will be stronger. It also helps to contribute to world peace by being a more peaceful person on the planet. I mean, that's a pretty important goal.
Indeed. I was just wondering, does anybody else on the call have it, ever thought that? Did you think it was kind of selfish or like you had other people, or am I the only silly one? Just step right up there, guys.
This is Kathy. I don't think it's a silly thing. I think that caring for yourself can always be put aside when you're trying to do service for others. However, in my experience, that really is not a good idea for me. You can't help other people really if you're not really working and helping yourself. And so for me, it was a detriment at one time. So when I really got into the Reiki, it's difficult in the beginning to practice doing it on yourself to clear those channels and ground. But, if you keep doing it, it becomes more a habit. And so for me, I do it in the morning when I get up, and I do it right before I go to sleep every day. So
Wow,
it's like a habit. It's a good habit.
yes.
I was listening. This is Kevin. I was listening to your story, but my understanding of Reiki, we're tapping into an infinite energy source, and that the way you're thinking about it, it seems to be more a limited supply that you don't want to waste, and that's not how I see it. So, what do you think, Karen?
Well, yes, Reiki is an unlimited supply. I was wondering if Angie was thinking more about time limits, that there's only a certain amount of time, and so I got to give Reiki to others, and
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking.
yeah. Well, it's the whole thing of taking care of yourself first so that you can be a better service to others. William Rand's prayer, God guide me and heal me so that I can be of greater service to others. That's pretty important and helpful.
Yes, it is. And I want to thank Kathy and Kevin for offering their opinions to me. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And then want to check in and see how you all are doing with distance Reiki. You find opportunities to send distance Reiki to others.
I do. This is Kathy. I do a lot of distance Reiki, and I send it to the other side of the world. So my son feels it in Australia, and some things can happen rather quickly for him, I think, because of it. So it absolutely works.
Wow.
Cool.
That's great. Well, yeah, I think one of the main ways I use distance Reiki is with my Reiki crystal grid, charging that up every day and always collecting more names to put into it through the Facebook group, and just coming across people, emails and so forth, and calls where people are sharing some need for support. So sending Reiki to all those. And then I've had some friends lately with some different health challenges and crises in their lives. So taking time to send Reiki here and there to them as I can. And I've done the healing spirit attachments exercise on a couple of them. So that's something that you learn how to do in the Reiki Masterclass.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. And then who have you given Reiki to? You know, friends, neighbors, kids, parents, pets, plants. Anybody want to share?
Sure, I'll share. I got a call today while I was at my job because I work remote. If I would please do a session today at on my friend's dog. It's a boxer, and so that's where I was right before this session. And I think I told you I work on pets, so it was very cool. The pet, I heard it. The pet told me that he's worried about his master, and so different things are occurring with him, but. And then she's worried about him, so it's this like cyclical thing. So she asked me also to do Reiki on her, and I did. So that's what I've been doing. Been very busy, Karen, since I left the class. So I mean, that's a great thing, and I guess the universe is calling. So.
Yes, and I would expect that after that intense class that you might be kind of tired.
I was a little wiped out today, but you know, I managed through. That's just part of it, I think.
Yeah, that's a normal reaction. You know,
okay.
It might last a week or so.
Okay.
Okay, well, Kevin, do you give any Reiki to those trucks that you drive?
I find myself giving the power symbol quite a bit, just out the front window and to my chest a lot, just to deal with the traffic and things like that. It just keeps, it helps keep me focused, I think.
Mm-hmm. Good, yes, like the Dallas traffic, and because you have to drive quite a bit for your job, right?
Yeah, and I drive a larger vehicle, so it's important that I'm focused and worrying about other people, because they're not quite as concerned as I am. Because if I run over them, I'll kill them. So that's not good.
No.
No. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll need a lot of Reiki for that. Okay. All right, well, my next question was, you know, have you given Reiki to an animal, and what was your experience? And, you know, Kathy shared about that. Angie or Kevin, have either of you given Reiki to an animal?
I gave one to save an animal. A guy was abusing the Canadian geese with a stick. And before I took the Reiki class, I talked to him about it, and it didn't seem to do a lot of good. And when I saw him after my Reiki class, I started sending the Reiki with my eyes and giving him Reiki treatments, and he magically stopped. I don't know if he had a change of heart or what, but it seems like the Reiki really helped his attitude about beating on the Canadian geese.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow, that's really touching.
It is.
What about, yeah, so that's a wild animal. Well, I guess the man was kind of like a wild animal.
Yes, who was wilder?
Well, guess I should think about giving Reiki to my raccoons. I've had raccoons on my deck. I have a mother and 3 babies, and they're pretty cute to watch, but you know, they like to turn over my bird feeder and make a huge mess. And I don't know that it's a good thing to have a bunch of raccoons that are the size of small dogs, you know, all over my deck. I'm going to send them Reiki and encourage them to go somewhere else.
You might want to remove the bird feeder for a while so that they get out of the habit.
Yeah.
They have a habit now of going every day. They're not there every day raiding the bird feeder, so
yeah. I got this.
I have to take that away.
I got a big baffle system that on the pole, so they couldn't get to the bird feeder, but they just knocked it over. So, yeah.
They're very smart animals.
Yes. So next is, how are you all doing with the symbols? You know, do you find it easy to use the symbols? Do you tend to use them? Do you tend to just turn Reiki on without using them?
Well, that brings me to a question. I'm glad you asked us that. One, I do a lot of distance Reiki, and even in person, I have no trouble drawing the first 2. But that last one with the pond and the house, you know, that was really tough. So I got those Reiki stones from you,
Yeah.
and they're the heart-shaped ones. And what I do, I've been cheating, I guess. I was going to ask you, was it okay? Since I haven't learned to master to draw that one from memory just yet, I will take the constellation in the stone and I rub it between my hands, both sides, and repeat, you know, 2 or 3 times the name of the symbol, and then I'll send it long distance Reiki. Does that count as much as drawing it under yourself?
Sure. With Reiki, everything is intention. So just activating the symbol, you know, through intention is fine. And the stone is a nice little easy way to do that.
I got small hands. There's a lot of symbols on one hand.
Well, draw it on top of itself.
There you go.
You might try drawing an 8.5 by 11 size version of the distance symbol, tape it to the wall, and gaze at it. And you could do that while you're sending your distance Reiki.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do something. It would be a shame to go to master's class and be cheating on that last symbol. So I intend to have it down pat before master's class.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, all the symbols after that are easier.
Thank you, God. It's even hard to say.
Yes. Okay. And then I guess my next question is, have you given Reiki to your house?
This is Kathy. I'd have to say yes. When I was first and second Reiki, I was Reikiing everything. All the corners, every room, around the property. Yes. Oh, yes.
Great.
The energy.
Yeah, then do you notice a shift in the energy as a result of doing that?
Yes, and the car, before we go anywhere, Reiki the car. Yep. Positive energy.
Yes, I definitely did that before I took you all out for meals in Dallas. I don't think I admitted that I'm a little directionally challenged, and so.
Great.
Yeah. And then those roads in Dallas, oh my gosh. Like driving on a little mini roller coaster.
I know. No signage, people get hurt because they go the wrong way, because there's no road signs. Yep, I don't know what kind of engineers built the road system here.
Hmm. Oh, sorry, that's just my home phone. Ignore that. Okay. All right, well, Angie, do you have any other, sorry, I would turn that off if I could. Angie, you have some other questions?
Yes, I do. I can't believe nobody else does, and I don't want to be a time hog, but we hate dead airspace. So, okay, I was reading in there that William Rand was talking about this technique they use at the center, where they beam Reiki across the room to the person's whole entire aura, and he says it was times it's even more powerful, perhaps, than are actually standing, right there over them doing that. Do you have any feelings on that beaming versus how we do it without the beaming?
Well, I always do that at the end to fill in the aura, stand back and beam Reiki for just a little bit. I haven't done it for a longer period of time, but I think that would be a good experiment.
Yeah, I think he was saying that it kind of opens up everything, the chakras, whatever, and kind of gets it going. I mean, that's the claim on it. And I think you did mention it in our class, but we didn't practice that, of course, because we were doing, learning how to do the standard Reiki. So I was just wondering what you felt about the beaming aspect.
Well, yeah, I think that might be a good way to start the session then. Start with beaming the aura and yeah.
Yeah, I finished that way too, but to start this session, I like to do the chakras. I like to check the chakras and then, open them up because it just makes sense to me. It makes the Reiki energy flow, I would think, better and faster if we don't have, blocked chakras to deal with. Of course, I guess we could open them up, but but it just makes sense to me to start that way.
Yes. How do you like to check the chakras?
With the pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
And, it works great. And I have not found any discrepancies. When I have found closed chakras, I have found issues that would cause it, that I could have predicted it, So, and a lot of people really are impressed with that and say they feel a lot better. And I advise them to, do that every day. Because, until they make the changes in their life or their health or their practices, they're going to close right back up, pretty quickly, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean
people are well pleased with that.
Spinning the chakra thing that I taught you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's more on that on my YouTube video at Karen Harrison Reiki, and then I've got a Reiki channel.
Cool. I'll check it out. I enjoyed it, and like I say, the clients that I've had all seem to be very grateful, and I've even heard them doing it on their own after they leave the session or whatever. It's really been helpful.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay.
Am I the only non-Texas person on this call?
No.
Yeah.
No, Texas too.
Yeah, we got to get some more Midwest.
Yankees.
Well, the Kansas City people can come to Reiki Circle in person.
Okay. I have a question. Does the distance symbol need to be used if it's not a distance healing?
Good question. I like to use this symbol in my healings. I just power up my hands with all the symbols I know, because when you're working on the body, the cause of a problem may be different than where the person has a symptom. So for example, I had a girlfriend who had some major stomach problems, and it turned out that the cause of the problem was in her mouth. It turned out she had some infected teeth. So sending Reiki to the original cause of the problem with the distance symbol is helpful. So I do that in most of my sessions, sending Reiki to the original cause of whatever it is presenting. And the distance symbol just has got a very nice high vibration. So I like to incorporate it in all my sessions. Now, I mean, you have to do it, no, you don't. But
that makes good sense. So I like that reasoning. Sending it to the cause, that makes great sense.
Yeah, that you just activate your power symbol, your mental emotional symbol, and your distance symbol. And then intend to send it back to the original cause of whatever the problem is, the knee pain, the back pain, the sadness, depression, the overweight, whatever it is.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. That's a great answer.
Okay.
So Angie, I'm going to have to, I have trouble with the distance healing symbol. It will not go in my brain, and I'm a very visual person. It wouldn't, I've been practicing that for a really long time. For some reason, it doesn't want to. It's unbelievable. So it's like intense practice to remember. I can remember half of it, but the rest doesn't come. So, well, just keep working on it.
Well, thank you, Kim. That's why I think those stones are really great. But I'm going to try. I have to. It's my goal for masterclass to be able to draw it right out there like a professional. That's a goal. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, did I tell you all that when I had my Reiki 2 class, it was an individual class, and the teacher told me to come back when I had learned the symbol?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went back.
You did?
5 months later.
Okay.
You mean it took you 5 months to learn it?
Yes.
Or did you were just protesting?
I was upset that the symbol was so difficult, and
It is.
I guess I was kind of angry about that. So I thought, well, I'll never learn that. But after 5 months, I seem to have learned it well enough that I could, go to class and get tested on it and pass it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a rough teacher you had, huh?
It was.
Okay, well, yeah, the other questions that I had set up were for the upper levels, and so may not apply just yet. Like, have you tried the moving meditation, or have you set up your crystal grid? And
Yes, I have been I did the moving meditation this morning, but the crystal grid's going to have to wait till the weekend. I have to recharge myself to get everything, run around looking for the crystals. Might have to break apart big rocks that I collected in Oklahoma. So we'll work on that.
okay.
But the morning meditation, the moving meditation, yes, I did that this morning.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not energized me the way I wanted to, but we'll just work on it this week.
Well, got to be gentle with yourself. Reiki Masterclass is a big energy shift. And I was finding myself tired during class. That was powerful energy, working with the 4 of you.
Yes.
So.
It was, and I hear through the through texting that everyone's pretty tired. So happy but tired. So that's a good thing.
Good. I'm glad you got the texting group going.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what topics would you all like to hear about for a future Reiki call?
All of them are good, Karen. You could also do sending Reiki to the past and to the future. I think a lot of people have trouble with that one. I mean, the concept of it, maybe.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's a
Just
good
a
one.
thought.
All right. Okay, and somebody else wanted to know more about crystals. And I'm thinking about doing some on sound healing, you know, some of the different modalities.
On what?
Sound healing, you know, adding in sound healing with Reiki, like how to use the tuning forks, how to use the pineal activator and singing bowls. And
Well, yeah, please do that for sure. I don't know
And
about
how
that.
about, I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead, Kathy.
How about the raindrop therapy? I read it on your website, but maybe just going over that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've thought about doing that. That would probably be an essential oil call.
Okay.
Maybe Reiki. Yeah. I mean, I incorporate that into some of my Reiki sessions. I have a person who, every time she comes, I give her a raindrop treatment with the essential oils. That really helps her back pain.
Yes.
Yes, I have a simple protocol for how to do that on my website at KarenHarrison.net. And by the way, I just launched my brand new website. It's up just in the last couple of days, and I think it's all working. So you can go check that out. I've got all my articles loaded on there now.
Okay, great. I will.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. And yeah, next time come back and talk some of your Reiki friends into joining us too.
Okay, thank you, Karen. It was very informative, and I appreciate everybody on the call. They were helpful.
Yeah, it's great to hear from others, you know, not just me. Everybody's got something to contribute. So, all right.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody.